there are quite a lot of video ideas that I have that could simply never be a full video on their own, which means I have to sneakily find ways to make use of those ideas. This is not one of those videos, I promise. But today I'm going to answer questions that I get asked a lot, or questions that I wish you would ask, so that I could talk about those topics a bit more. I'll let you decide which questions are which for yourself. Why do you always wear a cap? I get more strange comments about my cap than I feel is appropriate, ranging from why do I always wear one to why do I wear it like an idiot? And then when I don't wear it, I get people asking what happened to the cap. Who knew a cap could be such a conversation starter? I wear a cap for a number of reasons. Firstly, I wear a helmet almost every day, and therefore I always have helmet hair. So the cap is an easy way to hide that. It also means that if I film over a number of days and get a haircut in the middle, you won't even notice that it's taken me so long to make a video. But why don't I know how to wear a cap? Well, having it over my ears is the only sensible option in my opinion, because the alternatives are behind my ears, which is even worse and hurts, or so high above my head that it might just fall off. I must have a short head or something, but I don't see the problem with wearing it this way, because I'm not the only one. How do you get camera movements like this? And this? And this? Well, I'm glad you asked. I recently hired a robot to be my cameraman. This is the DJI Ronin SC, the smallest, lightest, and cheapest gimbal that DJI has ever created, and is the first gimbal that is perfect for me because it can fit in a backpack to go for a motorcycle ride. It basically just keeps the camera level to get smooth shots like this. But it also has so many awesome features that it became my robot cameraman. You can program movements for it to do, which means you can do shots like this. It will use your phone's camera to track you and follow you around just like a cameraman. But most of all, it's just really satisfying to play with and creates new opportunities with filming these videos. How do you make your videos? There's a lot to it, but I'll give you the basics. It can take months to get an idea, but eventually I get one, usually in the weirdest place, like in the shower. Then I plan the video in Google Docs to make sure I say everything I need to, what form I want to say it in, whether it's to the camera or in a voiceover. Once that's done, I use the script to create a shot list, go out and film everything I need to, record the voiceover in my sound booth, put everything into Adobe Premiere Pro, and edit for what feels like months on end. Export and proof watch the video 1,000 times, making changes every time. Create a thumbnail in Photoshop that is either really easy or impossibly difficult. There's no in between. And then upload the video, which is when I bumped into you right here. How's the Yamaha R1? Although it's been in almost every video since I got it, it's probably the bike I've spoken the least about. So let me pedantically talk about its design and why this older bike that's quite a bit overweight appeals to me so much. It has the best face in the world in my opinion. How can you not love this face? From a distance, this whole area looks like the headlight assembly, but get a little closer and there's a lot more going on with it. Obviously, there's the headlight itself, a soulless headlight. Soulless because no matter how hard you look, you can't find the source of the light. It's just a never-ending alien eye, and I love it. There's also the little running light on the other end and a strip on the bottom that looks like LEDs but isn't really. But the intake sandwiched in the middle has got to be the best intake integration ever. Not to mention, it's pretty cute from the side view too. The side fairings look pretty standard, but the grey piece popping out from behind them is my favorite part. The way the color follows from the intake cover all the way down the side to the matching belly pan. And the gap on the little side panels is also pretty good looking, but perfectly guides 100-degree air right towards your ankle. The massive 6-piston brake calipers should also be noted, but they're exactly like some Brembos on cheaper bikes. They're not as spectacular as you expected. Not bad in any sense, just not 2 extra pistons kind of amazing. My biggest concern when I got it, as well as the most commented concern, was its weight and width. There's no denying it's a pretty wide bike. It feels wide when riding, it looks wide, and it feels pretty heavy when turning on the street. I told myself I didn't want it for performance. I wanted the emotion that it gives off from the extreme heat, insane noise, and overall just dramatic appearance and presence. But then I got it on the track last week, and it was in its element. It was like it shed all its fat. I was by no means fast, but the issue wasn't the bike or its size. It was absolutely brilliant. How tall are you? I'm guessing this is asked a lot because short people want to know if they can ride motorcycles like R1s or Super Dukes. I'm about 172 centimeters tall, which is pretty short. However, I have no complaints because I can easily ride any bike I want. Height isn't the limiting factor when it comes to riding motorcycles. It's more to do with experience and how you use your body weight. What's your accent? There is a pretty big state in the middle of the United States called Texas. And in there somewhere is the amazing city of Austin. And that is where I wish I was from. I'm all the way over here in South Africa and ended up getting this accent involuntarily. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you have any more questions or video ideas, please leave them in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.